Hello everyone, welcome to Code Overdose. In the previous part, we learned how to set up localization in Blazor Web Application. In this part, I will show you how to deploy Blazor Web Application and Web API using Docker. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you don't miss my new videos. And now, let's get started. First, I want to fix a bug. Someone told me that we have an error with the authorize attribute when refreshing the page. So here let's change to use authorize view instead of using authorize attribute. You can see we have context because inside this authorize view we have another authorize view. So we need to use different context here. Okay, before implementing this, I want to implement a caching service that we can deploy along with our application. With .NET Aspire, we can easily implement a caching service like Redis cache with just some configuration. Go to App Host and open Program. We will create some configuration here, but first we need to add a package. Open NuGet Package Manager. Search for Aspire hosting Redis. Select the version. Right now I use .NET 8 and install it. Then we can define a cache using builder add Redis, named cache and listening on port 6379. Then the API service will reference our cache service. Then in API service, open NuGet Manager. Search for Aspire Stack Exchange, Redis Distributed Caching. Select the version and install. Then in Program, we can use builder add Redis Distributed Cache with the connection name cache. Then go to App Setting. Inside the connection string, create a cache with localhost 6379. Configuration done. Now let's use this cache. Go to Product Controller. For example, I want to cache the product list. So go to Get Products method of product service. We can click Go to Definition. Then go to Implementation. Let's inject iDistributed cache named Cache Service. Then we can define cache value to cache service get string async. With the key name list products. If cache is not null, we use JSON convert. Add JSON library. Then deserialize object to list product model. And when we get the product list from database, we write it to cache using setStringAsync. with the key list products. Then return the list of products. We are missing the await keyword here. Now run it to check the cache. You can see here we have a cache service with type as container. .NET Aspire has created this cache using Docker. If you open Docker Desktop, you can see that cache in the list of containers. Let's open the web front end. Then go to the product list. It will fetch the list of products from the database and write to the Redis cache. I will put a debugger here so you can see it working. Now when I refresh this page, we will fetch the cache value. You can see we have the cache value here. Then it will return the value from the cache instead of fetching from the database. So the cache is working very good here. I will complete this example. We need to clear cache when new product is created, product is updated, and when product is deleted. So in create product, I will call cache service. Remove async with key as list of products. Same with update product and delete product. Now let's get into the main part. How to deploy all using Docker. Actually, we don't need to deploy app host because it is mainly for development. We will deploy Blazor Web Interface, API Service, and Redis cache to local using Docker Compose. First, let's create a Docker file for API Service. Right-click on API Service. We can add Docker support. Container OS Linux is good. Type is Docker file. Image is default. Click OK to create Docker file. We don't need to configure expose here, because we will configure port in Docker Compose file. Now let me explain what it does here. The first stage uses .NET 8 runtime as the base image, then runs the application as a non-root user, then establishes /app as the working directory. The second stage is responsible for compiling the .NET Service project. We use the .NET 8.0 SDK image, which contains the necessary tools to build and compile our application. Then defines a build argument. Build configuration, defaulting to release. This allows us to easily switch between configurations like debug and release. Then sets the working directory inside the container to /src, where our source code will be placed. Then copies the project files for different layers of the application, API, business logic, database, common models, etc., into the container. Then restores the dependencies specified in the .sysproj files, ensuring all required NuGet packages are installed. Then copies the entire project source code into the container. Then changes the working directory to the API service project, preparing it for compilation. Then builds the API service in the specified configuration. Default is release, and outputs the compiled binaries to /app/build. The third stage is used to publish the service project to be copied to the final stage. This creates a new stage called publish, starting from the previously built build stage, then defines a build argument for configuration, defaulting to release, then publishes the application by compiling and optimizing it for deployment. The final stage is for running the app in production, or when not using debug mode. Starts a new stage called final, based on the base image, which contains the runtime environment. Then sets /app as the working directory where the application will run. Then copies the published application from the publish stage into the final container. Then defines the command to start the application by running the Blazor app.apservice.dll file with the .NET runtime. Next, let's create a Docker file for the Blazor Web App. Add Docker support and click OK. The Docker file will be almost the same as the API service. Then, create a Docker Compose file. Right-click on Solution. Add a new item named dockercompose.yml. You can see it appears in the Solution Items folder. Now, we will configure the three services we need to deploy: API Service, Blazor Web App, and Redis Cache. First, we define the services. Then the service name is API Service. Then we have the build, and the Docker file is the path of the Docker file. Copy the project name, then / the Docker file. Then we have the ports configured as 5001 and 8080, which means our application will listen on port 8080 in the container and expose to the local server on port 5001. Then in the local server, we can access that application using port 5001. Then we configure the environment. Here we can override the environment variable. If you go to App Settings, you can see we connect to SQL Express on the local server, and the cache is connected to localhost. But when we deploy to a container, the local server here is not local server but the container, because I still want it to connect to SQL Express on my local server, and the cache connects to the container cache. So I need to override the connection here. Override the connection string, the default connection. The server is host.docker.internal with port 1433. The DB is CRUD app Blazor, and we have to use SQL Server authentication with user ID and password, and trust server certificate is true. Then we need to set up for this connection. First, go to SQL Server Manager, go to Security, Login, SA User. In the Status tab, make sure Login is enabled. Then open Properties. In Security, make sure Server Authentication is SQL Server and Window Authn mode. Then search for SQL Server Configuration Manager. In Network Configuration, Select SQL Express. Make sure TCP/IP is enabled. And go to IP Addresses tab in IP All. Make sure the port is 1433. Then override the connection string for the cache. Let it be the cache with port 6379. The cache here is the name of the cache service. And the extra host is host.docker.internal with host gateway. And it depends on the caching service. Next, we will configure the front-end web service. Configure the Docker file. Ports are 5000 and 8080. And it will depend on the API service. In the environment, we define the API base URL as the API service 8080. And in the program, set the base address as environment get environment variable. Finally, the cache service, with the image as the latest Redis. The container name is Redis cache. Restart as always. Ports are 6379. Volumes are Redis data. Then configure the Redis data volumes. Now we have completed the Docker Compose file. To run this file, right-click on the solution. Select Open in Terminal. Run the command docker compose up-d. Just wait for the build to complete. When it is complete, open Docker Desktop. You can see in the Blazor app we have 3 containers: Redis cache, API service, web frontend. Open the web frontend. Click on Login. Go to Product List. Great! It shows the product list. And when I try to refresh, the cache works fine. So now we know how to deploy a Blazor Web App and Web API using Docker. I hope this tutorial helped you get a clear understanding of the process. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future content. Also, if you have any questions or want to see more topics like this, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.